Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you guys to go check out EliteThrowsCoaching.com. We just re-released the website. It's a whole brand new website, whole new look to it, much easier to navigate, to find the products that we carry, the camps and the clinics that we do throughout the year. So make sure go check out EliteThrowsCoaching.com to learn more about what we do and also to read the blog post that goes along with this video. Just like when somebody is dating and just like when somebody's going out to meet a guy or meet a girl, they typically have a type. Now, what I mean by that is maybe you like blondes, maybe you like brunettes, maybe you like tall girls, maybe you like short girls, maybe you like guys who are athletic, guys who are not athletic, guys that are just, t-shirt and jeans, other guys that are really fashionable and have like really nice preppy clothing, whatever it might be, eye color, build, whatever it is, you have a type, okay? And everybody has a type of guy or girl that kind of catches their eye. You need to figure out the type of school that you want to spend the next 4 years of your life at. So let's face it, what we're talking about here is not necessarily finding a school that you're going to be able to do sports at. You are looking for a home for the next 4 years. You are looking for a place that you're going to be able to spend the next 4 years of your life living at, that you're also going to play sports at. Okay? So what I've done is I've written down a big list. Let me show it to you. Big list of things. We're going to put these in the bottom of each video and or each clip, and we're going to show you exactly why you should choose certain things and how to build your type. The first one we're talking about is school size. So you need to figure out whether or not you like a small school, a medium school, or a large school. Small school, I would consider less than 5,000 people. Medium school, I would consider right around that like 5,000 to 15,000 range. And large school, you're looking at like 20,000 people or more. When I think of large school, I automatically think of like a Michigan, an Alabama, a Yukon, where there is a lot of people that are living on that campus. It's basically its own small town. When I think small school, I think of where I went to college, which was Stonehill College. Stonehill is a very small campus. Everyone seems to know everybody. You see the same people all the time. That's what really resonated with me, was I wanted a small campus. So you got to figure out, do you like small, medium, or large sized schools? The second thing that we're going to talk about is, do you like a more rural country campus, or do you like to be in the city, or maybe a combination of the two? So a rural campus, we're talking about up in the mountains. At least here in New England, we're talking about New Hampshire, Vermont, where you're driving a little ways. It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's woodsy, and it's a rural campus. My brother went to college right in the heart of Washington, D.C. He was right in the middle of the city, and he loved that he was right in the middle of the city. Sometimes you can find a good combo. Maybe it's really close to a city, or maybe it's in the suburbs of a major metropolitan area. So you can kind of find out what you like the most and what is going to be more comfortable for you. Third on my list when I rank these is it close to home or is it far away? Now, do you want to be somebody that goes to school within a half an hour drive of where you live? Do you want to be, 1 to 3 hours away? Or do you want to be across country? See, let's face it, a lot of juniors and seniors in high school, you've lived with mom and dad 17, 18 years, and you automatically say, I want to go to college all the way across the country. I want to go where mom and dad, if you want to come and visit, you're going to have to book a flight and you're going to have to fly out to see me and get a hotel because that's how far away I'm going to be. Or are you the person who says, on the weekends I want to drive home, have a home-cooked meal, have my mom do my laundry, and it's only going to be a half an hour drive, 20-minute drive, or whatever it is. That's going to really determine what school you like, because within a 1 hour radius of your home, it's probably not too many to choose from. Within a 3 hour radius of your home, there's probably a lot of colleges and universities to choose from. So this is a very, very important one. It's something you need to think about. How far away from your home do you want to be? Next on the list is, do you want an older school or a newer school? And what I mean by this is older schools, they're going to have old buildings, brick, old mansion looking kind of houses. It's going to be more of a historic looking campus, a lot of history behind it, a little bit, I don't want to say run down, but it just kind of looks like an old, antique, historic campus. Or do you want something that's much more modern? Modern facilities, modern classrooms, modern cafeterias, modern dorms. What is it that you want? Do you want the old historical campus? Do you want to have the brand new facilities and the techie kind of campus? Which one are you going to like the best? Going right along with that, we have a quiet campus versus a rowdy campus. Now, when I say rowdy, I'm not talking about like a big time party school, because let's face it, whatever college you choose to go to, there's always going to be people that want to party. So if you want to go to college and party your face off, you can do that anywhere. What I'm talking about is quiet campus. The weekends, there's not a lot of cars, there's not a lot of traffic, there's not a lot of people. It's quiet, it's peaceful, not a whole lot of stuff to do. Some people like that. The rowdy campus, this is going to be, there's a football game every weekend, there's tailgating every weekend, there's fraternities, there's sororities, there's tons of activities on campus, tons of clubs on campus. They're bringing in the big inflatable things that you can jump around on once a month. They're bringing bands to campus. They're bringing comedians. There's always kind of something going on. So that's the rowdy campus. Which one do you like? Again, you have your type. You've got to look around and figure out what you enjoy the most. Not at the very bottom of this list, but kind of at the bottom of this list, almost at the bottom of this list, is what major you're going to be, what you're going to study. And the reason this is at the bottom of the list is because, let's face it, when you're 17, 18 years old, when you're a junior or senior in high school, you probably have no idea what you want to do with your life. Some of you probably do. So some of you maybe have your heart set on becoming a teacher, and you're going to be an education major when you go to college. Some of you have no idea. You're like, I like business, I like psychology, I like criminal justice, I like bio, I like exercise physiology. Maybe it's a lot of different stuff that you like and you just haven't made up your mind what you want to study yet. That's perfectly okay too. But if you know your major, you need to find a school that is really, really good with your major. Maybe they have a lot of practical classes where if you're an education major, they've got you in the classroom like your freshman year of college. You're going out and volunteering at different schools. If you don't know what you want to major in, you have to make sure that your school has a lot of majors to choose from. So if your heart is not set on becoming an education major or becoming a phys ed major or whatever it might be, you need to go to a school that has a lot of different majors and has a lot of different options for you to try out. Kind of a part B to this is, when do you need to declare your major? If you go to a school and you need to declare your major your freshman year or the first semester of your sophomore year, you better have a good idea of what you want to do. If you go to a school where you don't have to declare your major until you're maybe a junior, then that's going to give you more time to figure out what you want to do. So once you start finding schools that you like, that should be one of the questions. Because if it's something where you have to select your major the first or second semester in order to graduate in 4 years, in order to take the right amount of classes, that's something you need to know. You don't want to declare your major as a junior and then say to yourself, oh man, I have to stay in school a whole extra year to graduate with my major because I chose it so late. So this is something you need to consider a little bit later on in the process. Once you kind of have an idea of what school you like, that's the question you need to ask. When do I need to declare my major? When do I need to figure out what I want to do with my life? Down the bottom of this list are some other things that you might not have thought about. Things like food, dorms, even how fast is the Wi-Fi? How are the people? Are the people there friendly? Are the people there nice? When you go on campus, does it seem like a friendly environment? What do the classrooms look like? What are the class sizes? That's another kind of important one. And what do the bathrooms look like? You need to check all this stuff out too. Now, no matter where you go, I don't think these are going to be the things that really make or break your decision. You could find the perfect school, but maybe freshman year, the dorms when you're a freshman are kind of ugly and run down. If it's the perfect school, I think you'd be okay for a year being in a dorm room that's a little bit small, or being in a triple instead of a double, or whatever it might be. But these are things that also played right into it. I know the food was a major part for me because I had gone to track and field camps growing up where the food was terrible. So that was something that always stuck in my head. I wanted to go to a college that actually had good food. And thankfully, the college that I really enjoyed, the college that I wanted to go to, was one that had good food. So I kind of got lucky there. But those are some other little smaller things that we put at the end that might help make your decision process a little bit easier. Now I want you to notice what's not on that list. What's not on that list is whether it's Division I, Division II, Division III, whether or not you're going to get a scholarship or have the opportunity to get a scholarship. And not the facilities, how nice the track looks, how nice the throwing circles are, or any of that other stuff. Okay, that stuff's important, but you have to remember, this is where you are going to live for the next 4 years of your life. If I had $1 for every athlete who has gotten in touch with me or emailed me over the past 7 years that said, I went to a school because I got a scholarship and now I'm leaving because I don't like the school, I wouldn't have student loans anymore because I'd be able to pay them all off with all that money. You need to find a school that you like first. You need to find a school that fits your type first, and then you need to find out if they have a track and field team or not. Okay, and that goes for any school. So you might find the perfect school and they have a track team and you talk to the coach and he wants you as part of the team. That's the ideal setting. But you may also find a perfect school where you may have to walk on your freshman year. You may find the perfect school, like I did, that didn't even have a track, that didn't even have throwing circles. That's where I went to school. So that needs to be, believe it or not, on the bottom of your priority list, because the top priorities are, this is where I'm going to live for the next 4 years of my life. Is it a place I want to live? Does it have good classrooms? Does it have, a good distance away from home? Is it a big school? Is it a small school? You need to find the place that you want to live the next 4 years of your life, not the place that's going to have a, really attractive track and field program that gives you money. In the long run, that's not important. What's most important is that you find the school that you love and the school that fits your type. Make sure to go to EliteThrowsCoaching.com to check out the blog post that goes along with this video. And while you're there, take a look around the site at some of the other things that we offer, like our ebooks, DVDs, and the camps and clinics that we do all around the country. Thanks again for checking out the video. I'll talk to you soon.